So now this is a Docker file which I have created. It will be taking a base image called as Ubuntu, the maintainer name as my name, and I have given a email ID. So this is just for an auditing purpose. So when you create an image, it will be displaying your name and your email ID. Run apt-get update and the command echo hello world. So run will just run at the time of image creation and command will run at the time of container creation. I mean after the image creation, command will run. So that is the main difference between run and command. So whatever is specified after run, that will be executing at the time of image creation itself. Now the question is, how do we run a Docker file? How do we build a Docker file? The command is docker build dot. Dot is, I'm giving dot because I'm in the same directory where I have my Docker file. Let's say if you're in some other directory, then you have to give the path. But before that, I want to give a tag or a name to my image. So I'll give a tag -t my new image is the name of my image. Now enter. So you can see here sorry sorry, so you can see here that the first step is taking a base image Ubuntu, updating the maintainer name, and then running apt-get update, and then the fourth step. So now if you go and check inside your Docker images, you see a list that even my new image got added with the latest tag with a unique image ID has created 28 seconds ago. But now I want to create a container out of it. So to create a container, what I'm gonna do is docker run -it my new image hello world. So you can give your container name or container ID, anything is fine. So what I explained is whatever you write after command, that will be executing at the time of creation of your containers. So since I have added hello world as my command, I can get it in my container. This is my new image container with the command of hello world. So this is how you create an image, and this is all about Docker file. Now I'll explain about Docker Compose. So there is something called as Docker Compose. Why do we use Docker Compose? Docker Compose is basically used for defining and running multi-container or multi-Docker applications. It uses a YAML file to configure application service, and we give the name as Docker Compose.yml. And the beauty of Docker Compose is by using one single command, we can stop all the services and we can start all the services. We can start the service with Docker Compose up command, and we can stop all the service with Docker Compose down command. And it even helps you to scale up any selected services whenever it's required. So now why Docker Compose is used? Because there is something called as microservices. Microservices is nothing but dividing a very big service into smaller chunks. So let us take an example of this online shopping service. So this will be having a account department, a product catalog, a cart server, an order server. So obviously these individual module will be having its own databases with its own dependencies, libraries and all. So all these are microservices. So if anything happens with one of the database, it should not affect the other database or other module. Why? Because all these are having its own individual databases, libraries and all. Okay. Now I'll show you how do we install Docker Compose on our machine. So first of all, make sure that you are not a root user. You should be a EC2 user or a normal user. Let me just clean my screen. So in Windows, you can install Docker Compose by going to this link in GitHub, https://github.com Docker Compose releases. You can come down and you get this command. First of all, just let me copy this command and paste it in my notepad. Copy this command and paste it in the console. Now what it is doing, it is installing my Docker Compose. Now I'll give execute permission to Docker Compose file. Okay. So now we are going to write a YML script, a Docker Compose file. So normally what I'll do is I'll create a directory called as Docker Compose file. I will go inside that directory and create a before that, let us just check whether my Docker Compose is installed or not. Yeah, it's installed. We can even check the version number. So my Docker Compose is installed. Now I'm inside my Docker Compose file. I will create a Docker Compose file with the name docker-compose.yml extension. So now let me go to my Docker Hub and I'll start with services here, and then let me go and take some web services. So web, I want to take up an image called as, let's say I want to take up Nginx. Since this is a YAML format script, so we have to take care of the indentation. Now I want a database to be attached with my Nginx service. So for that, I will take up a database image. Let's say I will be taking up let's say I'll be taking up a database called as Redis. Redis. So what I'm going to do